Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Hi, Saranya. Good to see
Hello,
you.
ma'am.
Hello.
Good evening, ma'am.
Can I have everyone on the screen? Let's have a formal meeting. Hi, hello, greeting.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello. Hi, Aisha. Jayashri, we're expecting more participants today, right? Let's wait for about 2 more minutes before we start the session. In the meantime, do you want to ask me anything? Any questions, any doubts, anything you want to ask me?
Ma'am, this was something that I'm thinking about kind of lately. That when we are talking about our accomplishments and our past work during an interview, how do we like deliver without sounding like we are bragging about ourselves?
So when you talk about your accomplishments, you just talk about it as if you're having a regular conversation. When you emphasize and give a lot of adjectives to your accomplishments, that means that you're trying to brag about it. In any case, when you talk about your accomplishments, it's understandable and it's comprehensible, even to the recruiter, that you've done something and you're extremely proud of it. So a hint of pride flashed in your interview will not hurt. Yet using the right adjectives to your accomplishments will make it sound down to earth.
Okay, so use more adjectives and focus on like
Use less
normal conversation.
adjectives. Use less
Use less.
adjectives and make it like a conversational thing. So I managed to, or I was able to. So try the adjectives that you use can be as if you're not trying to brag about yourself. You will not say I accomplished a lot of things and already talking about your achievements and accomplishments. So you can take it easy.
Okay.
I successfully completed mine. So using the word successfully completed my targets is a good thing to do. That gives a good impression about yourself. However, repeating the word successfully completed my targets could make you sound as if you're trying to push your accomplishments further.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So once or twice you use these adjectives, it's good. But however, just repeating it too much could make it look as if you're pushing your accomplishments.
Hmm. Okay, ma'am. Noted.
I think we can start now. This is going to be an interesting session. Just excuse me a bit for my voice, and I'm a little unwell today. I have fever. Yet we had planned this session, so I didn't want to not meet you guys. Then I would really love to see all of you on screen. Talking to black screens is just not a great thing. Saranya, you're always on screen. I really appreciate that. Hi, Gyan. Even Gyan. He is also most of the time on the screen. Okay, let me just share my screen in the meantime, and we can start a bit. The topic today is image management for greater success. What do you know about image management? What is image management according to you?
Ma'am, something related to how you portray yourself on your social handle.
On your social handles, okay. What more?
Not only social handles, but overall in your groups, or I would say in a social atmosphere, how
Hmm.
you showcase yourself, and like whether it is in family or your friends or your work, to cover and encompass everything.
Absolutely. Anybody else? What does the word image mean to you? What comes to your mind when I say the word image?
Reputation.
Reputation, okay. What else?
Projection.
Projection. That's very good. It's a great word. What else?
Portrait.
Portraying. About the others? Let's make it there will be a lot of one-way communication from my end. However, I would still appreciate everyone participating and sharing your thoughts, because image management is a valuable information to know about. It will help you a lot in terms of your grooming, your presentation, and it'll get you thinking and be mindful about your image, overall image. So it's good if you participate and ask questions as well. It'll help you. Okay, I'll start the session then. Image management for greater success. Image sahi to sab sahi. This is a venture of IMPA. I'm associated with an organization called Image Management for Professionals Association. We are an association only promoting and talking about image management, because image is something which is everything, which is the reason for your success. And when you know how to project your real image and how to project your image, that is when you know what are the secrets to success. The secret to success is not what you think it is way beyond that. Let's see what it is. The session objectives today are: we understand what is image management, identify the key elements of projecting a winning image. We'll get tips on several essential image management practices, and we'll also try and create an action plan for you. When I'm asking certain questions, I would want you to think about those questions. I would want you to ask yourself those questions, and those questions will eventually help you to get your action plan ready. To get your action plan ready, it's important for you to know what questions are important for you to answer right now. So keep asking yourself these questions. Where am I going right or not right on these parameters as we go through the deck? My story, I'm Priya Dua. I think some of you already know me and we have interacted previously. However, for those who don't, for their benefit, I'm a certified image consultant and a soft skills trainer. I'm also a consumer insights expert, which means I've been a qualitative researcher. I have 12 years of corporate experience, and I've worked with various MNCs like Coke, Nestle, Vivo, Samsung, Amazon, various MNCs. And my domain knowledge spans across industries. As an image consultant, I help my clients enhance their confidence, and I give a boost to your self-esteem. And there are various scientific and logical methods to do that. You may say that self-esteem is so internal, it's so inward. How can I just get up and give you confidence and give you boost your self-esteem? Well, there are logical methods, and we will see some of those today. As a soft skills trainer, I also coach my students and my trainees on appropriate communication skills, planning and goal setting, time management, various things I train on when it comes to soft skills. To students, young jobbers, I help you crack interviews through winning first impressions. Now, you're lucky we're having this session, because this session will give you an insight on the importance of winning first impressions and desired confidence. Most of my students and trainees come to me specially to take this session. This could be a paid session. However, you're lucky that we are doing this session, because you will get an insight on what exactly a winning first impression and why is it important. Let me just slide share. So in this world, in this entire world, there are only 4 types of skills. Okay, the first skill is your domain skill, what you call your technical skills. Technical skills are your diploma, degree, your domain knowledge. This domain knowledge, you'll be surprised to know, it accounts for only 15% of your success contribution. So all the success that you have in your life ever, only 15% of it is contributed by your domain knowledge. We work hard on getting our domain knowledge right up there. But what we tend to forget are the other skills that contribute towards 85% of your success. We work on sharpening our data science and our, a lot of other skills, which are of course important. They are important to get a badge on your on your resume. However, that may only get a badge on your resume and probably land you an interview. From there on, from interview to your journey in your corporate, what is required is not only your domain knowledge, but other skills. And let's see what they are. The second one is appearance, the way you present yourself, your clothing, grooming, body language, etiquette, all of it. These are extremely small things, but it's important we are mindful of these things. Appearance. The third one is behavior, the way you behave day in, day out, your attitudes, your habits. The way you behave day in, day out, eventually it becomes your habit. We will look into it in detail as well. And the way you speak, the way you communicate with others, the way you speak and the way you do not speak as well. So appearance, behavior, and communication are the three other skills apart from your technical skills that contribute towards your success. So how much do they account up to? Agar 15% is domain skills, so A, B, and C is 85% of your success contribution. Appearance, behavior, and communication. I would want you to write down these things. It will help you, because when you go back and think about these things, you will realize I am missing on these things and these are the gaps that I need to fill. You will realize your gap is not your domain skill. The gap is not your domain knowledge, but it is this. It is your appearance, behavior, and communication. And this is what is image management. The way you look, the way you behave, and the way you communicate. You communicate not only through your words, but also without speaking anything. Tell me, what is the ultimate goal of everyone? What do we all want to do in life? We have about 150 participants. Extremely earth-shattering for me to have 150 participants in my session, and I'm so glad. And the sad thing is that none of you are on screen. Just my first 4 participants, Gyan, Saranya, and Madhuri. You guys will get a 30-minute free consultation from me. Reach out to me and I'll give you a free consultation. So now you have won it because the others are not on screen. There are 160 participants are joining and none of you are on screen. Guys, please come on screen. What's wrong with you? I'm talking about appearance, behavior, and communication, and you're not on screen. You have to be on screen. It's okay the way you look. I will not judge you. I have no one to judge you, but at least come on screen. It'll be good to see your faces. Give me a benefit that I'm not well. I have fever and I'm yet there for you because I had promised you. So for that sake, let me see your faces. Okay. Tell me, what is the ultimate goal for all of us in life? Raise your hands. Yes, Soham.
Ma'am, should I write or speak?
You can just speak.
Okay. Ma'am, to be successful in the aspect and in the domain that we are aspiring for.
You want to be successful. Okay. That's your ultimate goal. Yes, Madhuri?
Ma'am, I think the ultimate goal we are seeking from being successful is to be happy and to be satisfied with wherever we are. Like, not really comparing ourselves, but be satisfied.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Yes, Rana? Ronak, you've raised your hand. Okay, Rahul, you can go.
Hello, good afternoon, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I cannot open the camera. I'm in a hospital right now due to some injuries.
That's okay. Take care of yourself. Tell me, what is the ultimate goal in life that we have?
My ultimate goal in life is to become self-sufficient.
To be self-sufficient.
In every way, monetarily, emotionally, and physically. In most importantly, in the terms of my own career, I want to be self-sufficient. I don't want to be dependent on anybody.
Okay, that's a good one. Rudransh,
Yes, ma'am.
what is your ultimate goal in life?
To become successful and do my best in any field, like in the pursuit, the thing I
Okay, that's great. So you want to be, you're going to give your best in life. Financial, okay, I also have something on chat. Let me read them. Self-reliant, financial freedom and independence, be happy, successful.
do
Jani,
the best in life.
Jani Rashmi Kant. Yes,
Good afternoon.
good afternoon.
So, yeah, my vision or purpose in life is something to live life freely, be it
Mhm.
personally as well as professionally.
Mhm.
And when I say freely, I mean to say financially or any kind of worry or without being controlled by any other individual or any other materialistic thing, and fullest to its potential while being physically and mentally healthy and active, and
Okay.
also contribute to the society in a meaningful way by solving some real life.
That's good enough. That's good enough. Thank you so much, Jani. Okay, just one word now. We don't have much time. We'll take Manu, Mazeen, Subramaniam, Pavan, and that's it. Okay, Manu, quickly.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. And my ultimate goal in life, as you would say, it is health, happiness, and growth. That's it for me.
Okay. Thank you. Mazeen?
Ma'am, for me, it's to travel and enjoy my life freely rather than having restraints.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you. Subramaniam?
Hi, ma'am. Am I audible and visible properly, ma'am?
Yes. Okay, there's somebody else. Okay, you can also say. Subramaniam Mohan has raised his hand. Never mind. You can say, since you've already
Make a
Yeah.
lot of money ethically
of
and
money.
harmlessly. Make a lot of money ethically and harmlessly and
Okay.
stay happy.
Okay. That's great. Pavan,
Make my family proud
make your family proud.
of my achievements. Yeah, if they're proud of myself.
So all of these things that you told me ultimately leads to one thing, all of it leads to, boils down to one thing, that there is one goal in life. And that one goal in our life is to become successful. It could be in terms of your health. It could be in terms of your wealth creation, your relationships, your experiences. It could be anything. Ultimately, when you're able to do all of those things, you will think that you are successful in your life. And that's the ultimate goal for most people in their life. That is to become successful. And how do you become successful? There are only two ways to become successful. Of course, all the hard work, etc., is important, but otherwise, there are only two ways to become successful. The first one, you must get a chance to do something. Sabse pehle to we must get a chance. We say to ourselves so often that ek chance mil jaye, main karke dikha दूं. I just need one opportunity in life and I will make it. All of us want that one opportunity in life. And then what happens when you get that one opportunity in life? When you get that chance, you need to perform. Most often, we get chances in life. We get opportunities in life. We are not able to perform when we get those chances. That is because we are not prepared. We wait for a moment. We wait for an interview call to prepare. We don't start preparing already for it. We wait for the right time to come to jump to the next level. We are not already preparing for it. And often, if you are preparing well, you will create chances for yourself. You will create more opportunities for yourself if you are preparing well in advance. So remember these two things. One is to get a chance, and if you don't get a chance, you have the ability to create a chance for yourself. And the second is, when you get that chance, you need to perform on that chance. So that comes only with preparation. And now, since we know that 85% of our success comes from appearance, behavior, and communication, 85% of our efforts also should be in preparing for this. Right? And both need to happen simultaneously. Appearance management helps you create positive first impressions to get more chances in life. And this is a fact. The way you present yourself and the way you appear to people, it will help you get more chances in life. And soft skills, that is your behavior and communication, will help you perform better when you get a chance. We saw two things. One is to get a chance, and the other is to perform when we get that chance. How will you get more chances? When your appearance is, how do you buy a book? The one you have not heard any reviews about. You look at the cover, you read what is written at the back of the cover, and you just make some sense of it, and then you buy it. Right? So what are you doing? You're judging the book by its cover, and that's true. The way you look and the way you appear to people, that's the first impression that people have about you, even without you say anything. If you come in a roughy and rugged look, people will have that kind of impression about you. And versus if you come in a nice collared shirt and a crisp haired look, people will judge that about you, that you're well presentable and you take care of these small things. And soft skills, the way you behave, your etiquette, how you speak to people, how polite are you, how positive are you, that is a soft skill. That's a communication. Are you making an eye contact? Are you smiling? Are you listening to them? Are you asking questions? Are you responding well? All these things are soft skills. First impressions. You say what may, but all of us give first impressions out even without saying anything. We all carry certain skills, experience, and abilities, but people we meet, they often judge us only by what meets the eye. A lot of people have seen me today for the first time, and I have seen few of you for the first time today. And you must have made some impression about me just by looking at me. Because I'm talking now, but when I wasn't, most of you must have made some impression about me just by looking at me. Okay, looking at me is one thing, but even otherwise, tell me, how often do you make impressions about people just by looking at them? So often we do that. And what impressions do we make about these people? We judge their values, their authority, how trustworthy they are, personality, intelligence, economic background. We make impressions and we decide about all these things. The word here is decide. Just on the basis of your first impression, people will decide about your values, authority, trustworthy. How trustworthy are you? What kind of personality do you have? How intelligent are you? Because if you look intelligent, people will think of you as an intelligent person. And your economic background. And you may have best of the knowledge in the world. If you're not able to project that through your skill set, that knowledge is not going to get you that desirable success. And what are soft skills? Soft skills are either behavioral or communication skills. Your people skills, social skills, communication skills, the character and personality traits that you have, your attitudes, and your social and emotional intelligence. All these things are soft skills: leadership, stress management, team management, motivation, transaction analysis. Transaction analysis is how you're transacting in your relationships, how you're transacting with people around you. How are you transacting in a situation? By transacting, I mean, how are you putting up and behaving in a situation? How are you responding to a situation? Interpersonal relationships, time management, emotional intelligence, goal setting, networking, interview readiness, negotiation, conflict management, body language, vocal and verbal communication. All these things are soft skills. Now tell me, are these things more accountable to get you success, or is it only your domain knowledge that will get you success? I think it will get you thinking now that why am I saying that 85% of success? I'm not saying that, studies say that. Researchers say that 85% of success comes from your non-technical skills. And the source is Stanford Research Institute International and the Carnegie Mellon Foundation. That says that 85% of success comes from your non-technical skills. The research was conducted by Carnegie Foundation. It has concluded that, and of which 15% of job success will come from your technical skills. So those who are still joining us, the discussion is happening around what is success, how can we achieve it, and what requires us to be successful. So we have until now discussed that only 15% of your success comes from your technical and hard skills, that is your domain knowledge, and remaining 85% of success comes from your skills other than your technical skills, that is your A, B, and C. Anyone would like to point out what is A, B, and C? Someone?
According to my
Appearance, behavior, and communication.
Yes. A, B, and C is appearance, behavior, and communication. I'm glad you're listening. Thank you. Now let's see some hard facts about soft skills. You'll be surprised to know this. Harvard University study noted that 80% of your achievements in career is determined by soft skills. So whatever you're doing in life, your achievements also are due to your soft skills and not to your hard skills. You may say that I executed the project so well. When you talk about your accomplishments, I think Sarana spoke about it. When you talk about your accomplishments, make sure you highlight your soft skills in that rather than only your hard skills. It's important how you have demonstrated your leadership skills, how good a team player you have been, how good you've managed your time, how you've worked under stressful situations and kept your emotional balance intact. These are the soft skills that are imperative to be highlighted when you're highlighting your accomplishments. And 94% of recruiting professionals believe that an employee with stronger soft skills has a better chance of being promoted to a leadership position than an employee with experience but weaker soft skills. You know, when you go ahead in life, I don't hope that, but a lot of times there will be a time when you would say, I did my project so well, I delivered everything on time, I stretched so much, I slogged day and night, yet I'm not being promoted, yet I'm not getting that hike that I deserve. That's because you're not demonstrating it well, demonstrating it enough. Your soft skills are not there, right there. It's important, whatever your hard skills are, you need to demonstrate it effectively by working on your appearance, behavior, and communication. By 2030, that's in the next 7 years, 2/3 of all jobs will be soft skill incentive occupations. It is a survey conducted by Wunderlich, and they found that 93% of employers consider soft skills essential or very important in a potential employer. I'm repeating myself. Please, in an interview, don't miss highlighting your soft skills. That is what will catch their attention. And the first 10 seconds of your interview are your golden seconds. Make the most of it. Create the best first winning impression. How? We will see. Is there a need for image management and soft skills? Do you think there is a need for image management and soft skills? How many of you think there is? Yes. Give me a thumbs up. I'll take a clip. I'll take a picture. Give me a thumbs up. Is image management important? Say a yes or no.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Do we want to be a part of this industry?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, those who don't want to be a part of this industry, you have no choice. You still have to be a part of it in some way, either serving or either just accepting it. From CEOs to underprivileged, everyone needs it. Government slowly is making it mandatory for almost all departments. Counts for 85% of success in every walk of life. Everybody realizes the importance of image management and soft skills. So come what may, you cannot neglect it. Going ahead in life, you're at a very sweet spot of your lives right now. You're probably preparing for interviews and campus placements are just around the corner. This is a very good time to think about your image and work on your soft skills. You have no choice. If you don't, you will get left behind. There is no way you can just keep focusing on your domain skills and neglect your soft skills. You will not believe 2/3 of the population suffers from poor self-image and low self-esteem. What is poor self-image and low self-esteem? Constant self-doubt, low confidence, not being able to speak up, being unsure, having imposter syndrome, not believing in yourself, not trusting yourself, not giving yourself a chance to stand up and do something for your own self, being a people pleaser. All these are factors of having a poor self-image and low self-esteem. And 2/3 of the world population suffers from it. Majority of the people believe their communication skills are poor. Are you one of them? Ask yourself. Don't answer me. Just ask yourself. These are the questions that I'm putting up. It's for you to think and ask yourself, on which side of the fence are you, this or that? And if you're in between, you have a fair chance to just walk on the right side of the fence. If you feel your self-image is not there, your communication skills are not there, start working on it. Start improving it. Make conscious efforts to work on it. Majority of the people are under. Somebody has their microphone on. Request you to please be on mute. Thank you. Majority of people are underconfident. Okay, now we spoke about 3 things: appearance, behavior, and communication. Let's discuss appearance in some detail and understand how can you make your appearance flattering and impressive. So appearance includes clothing, grooming, body language, and etiquette. Good clothing is not just about looking good. Okay, there's a difference in good looking and looking good. You know, we often say that she's so good looking or he's so good looking, he has an advantage. No, definitely not. No one has an advantage. Only you have an advantage if you want to have it. Somebody who's good looking, it's in their genes. It's a hereditary thing. Somebody who's good looking can still look bad if the person is not presentable and not right there and not up to the mark. And somebody who's not good looking is very well presented and doing all things right when it comes to your appearance will look great. So there's a difference in good looking and looking good. Don't stop yourself, don't put yourself behind and say that I don't look good, I don't have a chance. You have a chance. You can make yourself look good. And how can you do that? You must project an image that is appropriate, authentic, attractive, and affordable. These are the 4 A's of image and of dressing. You must dress appropriately, authentically, attractively, and in an affordable manner. Let's see quickly how do we do this? How do we complete and check mark the 4 A's? Appropriate dressing. Look at this person. Do we know who he is?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Of course, he's a great Amitabh Bachchan. Everybody knows him. How does he look in this image?
Rough.
Quite rugged.
Rugged.
Masculine.
Angry.
Angry. Masculine.
Rough.
Jobless.
Jobless.
Struggling.
See you already. Just by
like
looking at him.
Unhygiene.
Unhygienic.
He
A
looks like a
struggling
thuggy and a
decade make
fool.
as a
Inappropriate.
Okay, one by one. How did he look? Gangster. Jobless.
Homeless.
I like the word jobless. Who said that?
Me, ma'am.
Saranav. Okay.
Mom look like he's looking for Gabbar.
How do we decide all these things? Just by looking at him? That he is jobless, he's unhygienic, he's angry, he's a ruffian.
Yes.
Just by looking at him. And now look at him in these images. How does he look in this image, in the first image where the cursor is pointed?
Not jobless.
Coolie movie
Honest,
scene.
hardworking.
Honest, hardworking,
Happy.
happy. And in this image,
Old.
Beautiful.
Wise.
beautiful. So just
Intelligent.
by looking at these images, you're able to say that he's hardworking, he's dutiful, he's a villager in this image, he's a ruffian here. who doesn't care. Here, probably he's a family man, just by looking at these images. And what is changing in all these images?
Appearance.
It's just his dressing. And now look at him here. How does he look? He looks right there. He
Amazing.
looks right there.
Gentleman.
Quite polished.
The gentleman.
Different body
Polished.
language.
Different body language.
Upright
Attractive
posture.
body language.
Upright
James
posture.
Bond.
Posture.
He looks authoritative here. What has changed from here to here?
Appearance.
His appearance has changed.
Clothing. Dressing.
His dressing
Body
has changed.
language.
Dressing.
Dressing.
Body
Body
language.
language.
Expressions. Maybe.
Expression
He
has
looks
changed.
laid back and
Age.
has his stuff together.
Grooming. His beard
He
is
become
old.
So that's what I'm trying to say here. That to look the part in all these movies, what has he done? He has just dressed according to that part. He has dressed appropriately to look like a coolie. He is dressed appropriately to look like the part of a gangster or a hooligan or a ruffian. Dressed appropriately to look like a caring brother, and you're a villager, and you're like an old man. He may be a 35, 40-year-old in this movie at this when he shot this scene. But he has managed to look like a 60-year-old because he's looking the part. And when you look the part, you dress appropriately. And you're getting the message here. The message here is that for whatever occasion you want to dress up, you need to look that part. And if you have a certain goal in mind, if you want to be a manager or a senior executive or a corporate working professional, you need to look that part, even if you're not doing that thing right now. You need to start dressing up the way and looking the part that you want to be. What has changed from picture to picture? It's his clothes, grooming, and gestures, expressions, mannerisms. Very well pointed out by you, all of you. You already said that clothes, grooming, gestures, expressions, and mannerisms have changed. So, which means that clothes communicate. They send various messages to the wearers as well as others. If I want to look a certain part, it's important to dress as per that part so that I can send the right message. If I want to send the message of an authoritative person, I will dress according to that. Here, for example, in this image, he wanted to dress as someone who's suave, polished, who has an authority, who has achieved something in life, who knows what he is, who is a master of his skill. He is dressed according to that. In this case, he wanted to dress up as a person who's a gangster, who doesn't care, who has a careless attitude. He's dressed up according to that. So that's how you dress as per your roles and goals. You dress as per the role you want to have in the occasion, as per the goal that you have and the occasion itself. Let's take for an example, interview is the occasion. What is your role in that interview? You're going to give an interview. You can't have a lot of authority. You need to manage your authority. You just need to showcase your confidence. And what is your goal? To get the job. Which means you need your clothes, your mannerisms, your gestures, your posture needs to reflect confidence. And that's how you will dress appropriately to fit well in that role and goal. You must consider who you are. While dressing up appropriately, these are the questions you must ask yourself. Who you are, where are you going, who else will be there? What do you want to accomplish from that occasion? Do you want to get something? And what messages you need to communicate to accomplish that? Write down these things. If you start writing down, I request you to be on mute, please.
Group discussion.
Please, who is this? Please.
Awesome, ma'am. Awesome. Awesome is on, not on mute. Awesome. Please be on. Awesome.
Awesome. Okay, I'll mute her. Thank you, Madhuri. And what messages you need to communicate to accomplish what you want. This is what you need to consider when you want to dress appropriately. You may probably also want to write down initially. It's a good idea to write down, not just do a mental map. Mental map mein hum bhool jate hain. We forget the small details. It's best to write down, at least write down what messages do you want to accomplish. And what clothing will create the desired messages. You cannot also underdress. If you're going for an interview, you cannot just go in a in a shirt or a trouser. Probably you would consider wearing a tie or also a jacket. Maybe you could also do that. So it's important to consider what kind of a place is that, what kind of a culture will that place have, what kind of people will there be. If it's a startup, maybe you could dress in a more casual, in a lower level way. So these are the questions you need to ask yourself when you're dressing up for a certain occasion. And the clothing messages, you will not believe, clothing gives like hundreds of messages. So many messages only your outfits and your dresses and your appearance can give out. It can make you look authoritative, stable, accessible, credible, capable, helpful, approachable, official, precise, functional, casual, cooperative, conscientious, influential, relaxed, agreeable, flexible, receptive, less formal, consistent, responsive, temporary, more formal, dependable, agreeable. There's so many messages that only your appearance can give out. Maybe you could choose what messages do you want to give out. This is a style scale that we follow, image consultants follow. We have a style scale of level 1. Level 1 dressing is typically a no collar dressing. Level 2 is a collar dressing. I think I'll have to put all the participants on mute. Level 1 dressing is without, like crew neck, round neck. This is still a turtleneck. This has a collar. But level 2 is having a collar. Level 3 is having a third layer. This is a third layer. My jacket is a third layer. And level 4 is wearing a match suit. That is, your jacket and your trouser or your skirt are of the same fabric and color. These are the levels of dressing. It's untailored, casually tailored, softly tailored, and tailored level. Now, as you go up, as you choose your occasion and your rules and goals, you can decide what kind of levels you can choose to dress up. To know more about this, you probably will have to refer to an image consultant who will be able to help you and guide you more on your dressing levels. But this is a logical process of dressing up and dressing up appropriately. And see, every level gives out a message. Level 1 will make you look like an available, unofficial, agreeable, responsive, casual person. Level 2, the look will be strengthened and you will look functional, flexible, cooperative, consistent, yet informal. And as you move up to level 3, further the look will get strengthened. You will look dependable, receptive, capable, influential. And then level 4 is all about authority, persuasion, credibility, official, being precise. So these are the levels of dressing, and as you go up the ladder and as you choose your occasions and your roles and goals, you oscillate between these levels. And we also have an Indian style scale. Now moving to authentic dressing. You may say that, ma'am, if we dress appropriately, sometimes we're not comfortable in our style. Sometimes we're not comfortable in what we're wearing. It's important when you dress up, you also dress according to your own style. Each one of us is unique and each one of us has a unique personal style. And that is authentic dressing. So it's a very fascinating and unique concept in image management, wherein you dress as per your personal style. Personal style is defined on this continuum of yin and yang. Yin represents being subordinate, receding, and receptive, and yang represents dominant, advancing, assertive, and authoritative. Now tell me, okay, just look at me and tell me, do I look like a yin dresser or a yang dresser?
Yang.
Yeah.
Yang.
Yang. And
Yang.
Okay. And what is making you feel that I'm a yang dresser?
The color black. I feel like color black commands authority. It
Absolutely.
looks.
What else? You want a full screen? Authoritative. What else? What other messages do you get from my, this look today?
Ma'am, well, your look is quite feminine as well, like the way you have where you are wearing your earrings and the way you have groomed yourself. You are looking quite feminine. As well as you have, I would rather say that you have a very balanced appearance.
Balanced appearance.
Yeah, you do look very assertive and you demand attention from us, but still you have that softer feminine side to yourself.
Okay.
Ma'am, by your appearance, I can conclude that by looking at you, I can say this person is the center of knowledge in this current meeting. In this scenario, I can approach this person to get right guidance or advice. I can conclude this message from your appearance.
Absolutely. And that's exactly what I wanted to give the message about. I, like you very rightly said, I have a balanced approach today. I didn't want to be too authoritative and too right up there that you are not comfortable to talk to me and speak to me. At the same time, since I'm holding this meeting, I wanted to have a certain level of authority in the meeting. I have knowledge of the subject which I want you to feel that I'm a knowledgeable person and I'm the expert of my subject. And I think I've done well in giving out those messages. You exactly get those messages from me. And why is that happening? So someone pointed out about my earrings. My earrings look feminine. So these are rounded earrings. If you see, they are round in nature. Anything which is rounded, curved, it's skewing subordinateness. It's skewing receding, which is yin. And my light makeup, the pink color on my face, is giving that yinness to me. At the same time, my black jacket and my black high neck, my turtleneck, is giving that yangness and authority. That's how you're getting those messages from me. And my personal style is also a balance of yin and yang. I am in my authentic personal style. I am a romantic classic dresser. So all the romance that you see on my face and my outfit, that's coming from the yinness. And all the classic appearance of black, wearing a turtleneck, authority, that's coming from the yangness. So that's how I balanced my dressing and my overall appearance and giving the messages which I want to give. Of a knowledgeable person, of someone who's an expert, of someone who wants to have some authority. At the same time, I wanted to be approachable and not too strict. This is how you give your messages. I knew I'm coming for a session today where there would be about more than 100 participants. And they are all students, also some professionals. So I thought about all these things. What is my role in that session today? I'm there to train you on this subject. I'm there to make you feel, pass some new information, give you some new knowledge, to make you think, to get you in introspection mode. So which means I need to have some authority as well. At the same time, I know your students, you're young. Too much of strictness will push you away from me. I cannot do that. I need to have certain balance in my approach. I need to have that friendliness and casual approach as well. This is how you think of yourself when you go to any occasion. It could be your interview, it could be a meeting, it could be your traditional occasions, family occasions, anything. Going forward in life, take care of these small things because that's how you will be able to have an impact. You will be able to make an impact. And to not go out of your authentic style, there is this balance, there is a continuum of yin and yang, which again, which I can talk about a bit, you will know how to get yin elements and how to get yang elements in your dressing. So rounded edges, curved, softer edges. This is yin. It's soft. This is very yang, this ship. This is a yin card. It's yellow. The color is nice, peppy, with curved, softer edges and rounded shapes. And this is like angular shapes, box like a thing. That's yang. When you look at it, you feel that this is just out there. And this is nice, softer, not killing your eyes, not pushing it too much on you. So that's yin. That's the difference in yin and yang. And every human being is generally yin or yang, even in terms of your physical characteristics, your personality characteristics, and your clothing preferences. For professional roles are also yin and yang. Occasions are also yin and yang. How can an occasion be yin or yang? Going, for example, for a wedding occasion, in wedding, haldi is a very yin occasion, versus going for a business presentation, it's a very yang occasion. You present an authentic appearance when clothing preferences are as per your roles, goals, occasions, and also your physical and personality traits. How do you define a physical yin? A physical yin is short, soft body, rounded facial features, small features, light hair and skin, less color contrast. Now, I have more color contrast. My skin is light, my hair is dark. Typically, most of us have high color contrast. Graceful walk, somebody who's walking fast and like lanky kind of a walk, energetic walk is a yang walk. Someone who's walking slowly, softly, that's a yin walk. Someone who's more youthful is also a yin person. And what are yang physical traits? Tall, firm, muscular body, angular facial features. You see some people have nice square face, very angular. Mine is a yin facial feature, so I cannot explain that. But yes, you can just look at yourself and understand whether you have a yin feature or a yang feature. So that's why a lot of times when you go to buy something, you will feel that, oh, this is not looking too good on me. It's looking, when you say the word feminine and masculine, what you mean is yin and yang. We don't use the word feminine, masculine. You're not gender biased. A man can also have yin characteristics and a woman can also have yang characteristics. So that's why we don't use the word masculine or feminine. We use the word yin or yang. And how is a personality yin or yang? A yin personality is receptive, flexible, gentle, emotional, impulsive, idealistic, friendly, subtle, permissive, somebody who's too easygoing, letting you be, subtle, not too loud in your face, quiet, shy, dependent. That's a yin personality because it's receding. That's not pushing you. And what is yang? Someone who's assertive, firm, rigid, forceful, deliberate, direct, authoritarian, independent, loud, bold. All of these are yang personality traits. Now, clothing, very important. You could see. Sometimes you prefer, when you see you like wearing, you automatically drift towards certain colors. You may drift towards darker colors. Who is this? Who is not on mute? Okay. That's disturbing. I'm sorry. Sometimes you realize that you just drift towards certain colors. You drift towards lighter colors, pastel shades. Sometimes you drift towards darker colors. That's your choice of colors. You drift towards wearing stripes. You may feel that, oh my God, I have so many checks in my wardrobe. Oh my God, I have so many stripes in my wardrobe. Or you would say, some would say, I have so many curves and polka dots in my wardrobe. It's because you automatically drift towards certain designs, shapes, colors, textures, and patterns. So yin characteristics are curved lines, broken lines, curves, something which is very soft and not shouting on the face of the cloth. Pliable fabrics, soft fabrics like nylon or polyester, all these softer fabrics, georgette, crepe. These are pliable and light fabrics. Fine, smooth textures, less or low subtle contrast, untailored. Some people don't like wearing a lot of contrast. They wear the same colors, top and bottom, or just wearing similar kind of don't like to have too sharp contrast, wearing a beige trouser and a like an orange t-shirt. That's too much. That shouts out for them. So some people like wearing brighter colors. So straight lines, solid, unbroken lines, angular shapes and silhouette, large scale shapes, patterns, firm fabrics. This is a firm fabric. Typically, the blazers and jackets are firm fabrics, and that's why they are yang. That's why they add authority. Versus a shrug, a light shrug. If I would be wearing a light shrug, my authority would have lowered down. My level of my authority would have gone down. From a level 3, I would have gone to a lower level 3. Because I'm still wearing a third layer, I would be on level 3. But had I not worn a jacket and I would have worn a shrug, a normal shrug, a hosiery or a regular polyester shrug, you would have felt that I'm not as authoritative. Because this kind of firm fabric and this kind of strength would not come on myself. We have hands raised. Can we take up these questions towards the end of the session? Or you have any doubts on this slide itself? Okay. Coarse and rough textures, high bold contrast, tailored clothing, all of these are yang clothing. Now think of yourself and just try and understand, look at your wardrobe maybe, and figure out where are you naturally drifting towards. Are you drifting towards a lot of yang or yin? Okay, nothing is bad. There is nothing bad in being yin or being yang. It's your personal style. It's your authentic style. If you are a yin person, don't force yourself and push into the yang category. Within yin also you can command authority. There are various ways of commanding authority while being a yin personality also. Simple clothing tip. Rely on structured looking clothes when you need to appear authoritative, credible, and capable. Maybe you could, for example, if you don't like black color, if you feel it's too authoritative and it's not suiting you, you could choose a lighter colored blazer, light colored jacket. It will still be in your yin personality style. It will be in your yin personal style, and yet you will be able to command authority. However, have a structured fabric. And rely on unstructured looking clothes when you need to feel and appear more approachable and friendly. I could have lowered my authority today by wearing a cotton blazer as well. Of course, the weather is not supportive. I stay in Faridabad, Delhi, NCR. Here it's winters, strong, good winters. That's why I had to wear this. But if I would have worn a, say, linen cotton blazer, that would have lowered my authority and softened my look further. It would have also, if I would have just worn a shrug, like I said, shrug would have been an unstructured clothing. Again, it would have made me feel more approachable and more friendly. I would not have commanded as much authority as I'm commanding right now. If I would have worn a shirt inside, a lighter color shirt, there would be higher contrast, and shirt would mean leveling up my authority furthermore. So it's just different ways of playing with your clothing and dealing with the messages that you want to create. Now the role demands, it's an example here. The role demands to be extreme yang, but the occasion demands some yin elements. So this could be a nice yang dressing, but I also want to have some yin element. How will I add a yin element? By wearing a sky blue or light blue, powder blue turtleneck. So just when I wear this, I would have an authority as well, and I would have that approachability as well. Business lunch, similarly. If I'm a yin person and yet I want to have a yang personality trait, like I said, wearing a lighter colored blazer with a dark colored trouser. This is high contrast. High contrast will garner more attention and will also get that kind of authority out. For a sales presentation. I'm sorry, I have terrible cold and cold today. For a sales presentation, I need to have a yang dressing, but I'm as a person, I'm very yin. How will I balance it? With a nice soft scarf. So this, you can see, the pliable fabric. This is a structured fabric. That's how I'm balancing my outfit. How do you look attractive? Tell me, why is it important to look attractive? It's extremely important to look attractive as well. It's important because there is an attractiveness bias that people have. You naturally drift towards things that are attractive, drift towards people who look attractive, who look presentable. Again, you may not be good looking, But if you look good, you will attract that attention from people. And how do you dress attractively? When you're dressing as per your body shape, you're dressing as per your personal colors, which is your hair color, your skin color, your eye color, and your lips. Accessorizing and wearing the makeup as per your face shape. This is for women. And making sure that grooming and personal hygiene are up to the mark. We saw how the grooming changed, Amitabh Bachchan's grooming changed in those pictures when he was in a match suit versus when he was a ruffian, how his grooming and personal hygiene changed. And how suddenly he looked more attractive. The same person, the same picture of the same person, yet looking well-groomed and hygienic and attractive in a picture, in one picture and not the other. Because he was wearing well-fitted clothes. When you wear proper fitted clothes as per your body shape, it flatters your body. Also, you must have noticed some colors suit you well and some colors don't suit you well. That happens because you have a personal color. Your hair color, eye color, skin color, lip color, all of these combine to make a personal color. You belong to a certain color family. It could be an orange family, brown family, cool color family, warm color family. These are different color families. And when you wear colors as per your color family, you will look good or you will look attractive. And these are some body shapes for men. Ideal body shape is typically a triangular body shape, not a very triangular, but inverted triangular body shape. Not fully inverted, but like a softer inverted triangle. This is an ideal body shape for men. Then there's a triangle body shape, inverted triangle, rectangular, hourglass, diamond body shape, tubular, oval. So there's nothing wrong in having any body shape. I mean, everybody can't have an ideal body shape. It's not possible. Practically, even if you have an ideal body shape now, it may not be there all through your life. That's completely okay. And that is why image management is important. Whatever your body shape be, you dress up according to that. There are ways of figuring out. Yes, Krishna, you have a question. Can you put in the chat box? I will read through. Thank you. So whatever your body shape be, you dress according to that. You may have certain variations around the waist. You may have certain variations around the shoulder. Maybe your shoulder is too narrow. Maybe your shoulder is too wide. There are ways of camouflaging your variations. You camouflage them. You manage them to look attractive. You don't, you don't go into depression. Oh my God, I don't belong to the ideal body shape. That's okay. That's completely okay. We need to see how do we manage our flaws. Not flaws in this case, I would say variations. And for women, the ideal body shape is this, which is slightly narrow at the waist and bottom and top is almost similar. This is a triangle body shape wherein the top is narrow, the bottom is heavy. Inverted triangle, the top is heavy, the bottom is narrow. Rectangular, it's almost straight. Hourglass, a very narrow waist and top and bottom being on the wider end. Diamond for women and men both are same, having a belly, a wider belly area. Tubular is like this kind of a shape, a slimmer rectangle, and oval is like a whole rounded oval. Again, you have variations. When even women have variations, some women would have wider hips, some would have wider shoulders, some would have a pot belly. There are ways of camouflaging your variations. And when you camouflage your variations and dress as per your body shape, you look attractive. And similarly, you also have a face shape. You wear accessories, you wear sunglasses according to your face shape. These are very small things, but it's important that you take care of them. When you dress as per these things, when you wear the right accessories, they suit you very well. And that makes you look attractive. That makes you look your part. That makes you get noticed to people and helps you stand out. This is the difference that when you sweat this small stuff, this is the impact and difference you will create in your life, which will make you successful in the long run. Now you may say कि ma'am, खाली अपने variation camouflage करने से हम क्या successful हो जाएंगे? So that's a part of it. When you will dress as per your body, the idea is not to camouflage your variation. The idea is to look attractive. And how will you look attractive? You will look this way when you know how to dress as per your body shape. When you look attractive, you will get noticed. You will create good impressions. And you will create more opportunities for yourself. That's the cycle. So enhance your appearance with your personal colors. So to appear harmonious and attractive, you become a part of the color scheme. Like I said, you belong to certain color families, and by bringing these color families onto near your face. For example, if you belong to an orange color family, and if you wear any color which belongs to the orange family, so maybe a lighter peach or a tangerine or a accent of tangerine around your face, around here, it will make you look more attractive. A lot of times when you get compliments, this color is suiting you well, this scarf looks great, this accessory that you're wearing is standing out, that's because you're wearing color as per your color family. Okay, this was about being attractive, authentic, and appropriate, and now affordable. So why is it important to also have clothing pieces in your wardrobe which is affordable? Because dressing up appropriately, attractively, and authentically is not a one-time process. It's a process forever. When you invest in certain clothing pieces, I'm saying the word invest. You invest in good clothes. You invest in those clothes that are meant for you. It may be slightly expensive, but that clothing piece will last for you forever. That's why it's important to invest in them, and they will be with you. Hence, it is important, it is affordable in the long run. In the long run, if you realize, if you're following this technique of clustering, which I'm coming on to, you will realize how affordable your wardrobe is. What is a cluster? Cluster is a small group of clothes that work well together and harmoniously. It is open-ended and allows you to add and adapt as you need to. Clustering also allows you to create more outfits from fewer clothes. It's a very exciting process if you're able to do it. Clustering guarantees mixed matchability, the pieces that work together harmoniously. It's a money saver. Trust me, you save a bomb when you are able to cluster your wardrobe. And it also reduces your impulse purchases and simplifies your life. How do you make a cluster? Let's quickly look at the example. This is a 5-piece cluster. Now, if you see, it has one trouser and it has 4 tops. You will see that all of these tops are working well with this trouser, which means I have multiple occasions that I can cater onto. I can just wear a white shirt. I can wear a gray jacket with a white shirt and blue trouser, which means I have another occasion, a formal occasion to cater to. If I don't want to wear a jacket which is strengthened look, I can wear this cardigan. It will soften the look, yet I have a third layer. Or I can simply wear a casual top with this, which also has a color into it. And these accessories. And if I add these 3 pieces, expand this cluster with just adding 3 more pieces, adding this piece, this piece, and this piece. I've added a skirt and 2 more tops. Now this 8-piece cluster will give me at least 30 occasions to cater to. You will realize that you don't need to have a wardrobe full of clothes. You just need to have a wardrobe with right clothing. Clothing that is as per your body shape, as per your personal style, and that's it. Just invest in the right clothes and you're there. Just these 8, you can probably take a screenshot if you want. Just this kind of 8 clothing pieces and you're sorted. You have about at least 20 to 30 occasions to cater to, and different occasions, formal to informal to casual to even very formal. I would have probably skipped this pink top, and maybe I've got another jacket of the same trouser material and gone up to level 4 as well. So that's how you know, if you build the right wardrobe and you invest in the right clothing pieces, you don't have to spend a lot of money. You just have to invest in the right way according to your personal style and the right clothes. This is for, that was for women, this is for the men. These are mostly all formal occasions, one semi-formal occasion. And with this, if you make it an 8-piece cluster, you have so many occasions to look at. One more denim, and you have like a plethora of occasions to cater to. If you don't want a waistcoat, you could skip the waistcoat and you can add a tailored jacket of this trouser. So just the right pieces. You don't have to say that, you go out and spend like a bomb. When you start working, when you start your corporate journey, please don't go and spend like a bomb. Just get these 4 or 5 good shirts, one jacket, one couple of ties into, some you would also have in your wardrobe. Probably you don't have to buy everything. See what you have in wardrobe and see how you can make a cluster out of it. And just get those things. You will have many occasions in your corporate life to cater to. You will not have to buy a lot of stuff. That is if you're going to office. If you're working from home, it's a different thing. Did you understand the concept? Do you find it exciting? And
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
you also
ma'am.
find it relatable?
Yes.
Are you able to understand what I'm trying to say? That how appearance can be managed in simple ways, and in simple ways you can create an impact through your appearance.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Now I'll tell you what, I'll give you an example. I wear this black jacket. I don't know how many times I have worn this black jacket. This probably is always lying around here. And for almost all my sessions, I definitely wear this black jacket. Most of my occasions. I may just change the inner top. I may wear a shirt, a light color shirt. I may wear a simple top inside. It depends on the kind of message I want to create. Now, since I have to take sessions, I know a certain level of authority has to be there. That's why my black jacket is a safe color to go and safe thing to have for me. I have one beige jacket and one black jacket. And I mostly keep on oscillating between these two jackets, and they really help me a big deal. I just changed the inner, and I've made a beige black cluster. I have a beige black cluster. This cluster helps me cater to multiple types of sessions. It could be a very serious session. It could be a less serious session. It could be a casual session. It could be an interview I'm taking, interview I'm giving. Various ways I can look at that. That's my black and beige cluster. Okay, let's move on. Now coming to grooming and personal hygiene, some tips and practices for your grooming and personal hygiene. So dress neat and sharp, cleanse your face regularly, ensure fresh breath and maintain dental hygiene. Small things, again, important, very important. Smell pleasant, wear a deodorant, keep your nails short and clean. Okay, wear a deodorant, but don't let the deodorant kill others with the fragrance or the smell, I would say. It should be pleasant, soft, and not too much. Also, there's a way of wearing a deodorant. You spray it from far and you don't spray it on your clothes because the deodorant patches and marks are left on your clothes. So you ideally do it when you're just wearing a vest. Look after your hands, manage your facial hair. Unclear, unkempt beard doesn't look good. Even for women, please do your threading and visit the parlor whenever required. Maintain your hairstyle. Opt for classic styles. Now, all those flashy hairstyles and disheveled hair look, they don't work. They don't work in creating the right impression. They don't look formal. They don't look attractive. Now, no matter how much you say that the world is changing and people don't judge all these things, everyone belongs to the same convention of judging, of at least having an impression by looking at a person. If you're not well groomed and your hairstyle is not proper, people will judge you from that. Wear clean and comfortable footwear. Women apply makeup reasonably. Don't have a very loud makeup on your face. If you could also just have simple lip color, a softer lip color and a kajal, and that's good to go. Okay, now let's look at this body language. Can you see the image here? Tell me what image or what impression you get when you look at this women here?
Tired.
Yeah.
Tired.
Lying in bed all the time.
Sick.
Lazy.
Sloppy.
Okay. And here?
Sleepy.
Sad.
Taste.
Sad.
Sad.
Nervous.
Nervous.
Motivated.
Demotivated. Okay. And here?
Neutral.
Neutral.
Neutral. Not too confident.
Yeah.
What
and not
what
to
kind of
slouch.
Holding back.
and what kind of job would she be in? Profession she would be in?
Receptionist.
Waitress.
Assistant.
Office is not high.
Air hostess.
More like a servicing job. And here,
Zomato.
This looks ideal.
Confident. Ideal.
Yes.
Relaxed.
Quite confident.
quite confident. And what
Energetic.
kind of
Happy.
profession
Attentive.
she would be in?
A working woman.
Management level executive kind of a person.
Corporate job.
Meaning
And here?
Yeah.
And here?
NCC cadet.
Leader.
Overconfident.
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 Mhm.
I
And
think
what kind of job she would be in?
NCC.
Military.
NCC
Leadership.
cadet.
Politics.
PT teacher.
Do you see how her job profile changed from here to here? Just from her body language and her expressions, you felt that she is moved from a receptionist to a managerial role.
She is not happy with her job, ma'am.
She's also not happy. And that's coming from her expressions. And that is the role of your body language and your expressions. You realize when you talk to people, your hands are folded, or your hands are in your pocket, or you're looking around, you're not smiling enough, your shoulders are stooping. And that's the kind of impression you also would be giving out to people about yourself. Knowingly or unknowingly, you're doing it. You're not conscious about your body language. What you do speaks so loud, I can't hear what you say. Just internalize this message here. What you do speaks so loud, I can't hear what you say. People will not listen to you if you are not having the right body language and the right expressions. You will not be given a chance to speak or speak enough if you don't have the right body language and expressions on your face. That's the power of non-verbal communication. To boost your confidence, assume a power pose. What is a power pose? Can anyone tell me what is a power pose or show me better still?
And standing and keep your
Sir,
arm.
with
keeping your
with
arms
reflect
in the air.
confident.
Okay.
Straight spine.
Someone is asking me, can we get this PPT after session and mail? It will help us. Thanks. No, I'm sorry. This PPT cannot be mailed. This is only for the session. You could, however, ask me if you have any doubts. I'm there. And reach out to me. I'm sure there'll be a lot of things that you want to know and you may want to do for yourself. I'm here. And I will share my email ID and my credentials towards the end. You could just give a buzz to me.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, do you have a yin personality or yang personality?
I?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me, what do you think?
Yin?
Okay.
I think in
Mad.
So Hum had messaged. Okay, I'm sending my email ID to everyone. Yes. I have a yin personality or a yang personality. You tell me.
Yang
Well,
personality.
the personalities are not on quite extremes. I rather have an opinion that personalities fall in a spectrum and not on the extremes. So yours is in the spectrum only, I would rather say, and it leans more towards slightly a bit. I would rather say in the middle, because you and the way you dress up and the way you portray it, it really sends a message that you are quite authoritative as well, and you are in touch with your yin personality too. So quite balanced.
Yes. So my physical personality traits are yin. Most of my physical personality traits are yin. In terms of dressing, I'm a balance of yin and yang. I'm just right in the center of the continuum, very much in the center of the continuum, just probably slightly towards the yang, classic side. And in terms of my personality and my choices, my personality is, it's again a balance of yin and yang, but mostly yang and less yin. So my personality complements my physical traits. My physical traits are yin, and if I would have a yin personality itself, I would have been too mellowed down. Nobody would take me so seriously. Because I have a yin physical trait, naturally as a person, I'm slightly on the younger side, so I'm balancing my physical traits. That's why I cannot be taken for granted so easily. I know how to put things forward. I know I'm a confident person. If I have a doubt, I just ask. I don't have that self-doubt in myself. So that's how I just balance and there's some yang elements that I have in myself. We can, if you're quite interested or keen, you just get in touch with me and we'll figure out what your personality traits are and what your physical traits are. I'm sure this is quite an interesting exercise for you, a lot of eye-opening things. Think about yourself. लगता है इकिगाई पढ़ के आए हैं, नहीं हम इमेज मैनेजमेंट पढ़ के आए हैं. So yeah, so this is how it is. If you, however, whatever we have discussed, I started with the session saying that ask yourself these questions. Where are you falling? What are you? What is your personality like? How are you as a person? How do you respond to situations? It's important you start thinking about these things now, because as you start your corporate journey, as you start your professional journey, it's important you know these things. If you want to start giving out the right messages to people and falling on the success continuum side, it's important you get yourself started thinking. Okay. Dinesh, you have a question? Yes, ask quickly. We'll just take this one question and move on. Dinesh, you have a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Hello. May I audible?
ma'am, can I
You're audible.
Yes, ma'am. Is there any information we can get by categorizing ourselves in yin and yang?
I didn't get you. Come again, please.
Is there any information we can get by categorizing ourselves?
On the yin and yang continuum? Yes,
Yes.
there is a whole continuum, and it requires a full session with an image consultant to understand whether you're a yin or yang. I will see if I can share something with you which you can plot, but it's like a whole exercise. If I share that with you, it'll make no sense to you. You need a professional with you to make you figure out whether you're a yin personality or a yang personality. You can just ask yourself certain questions. We discussed what is yin and we discussed what is yang. What I will do is I will just flash that screen again of yin and yang, and you can tick and see whether you are on the yin side or the yang side of physical and the personality traits. Let me just take you back to that slide. You can take a screenshot for yourself and you ask yourself on which side of the continuum do you fall. You could just take a screenshot and tick for yourself and gauge your personality traits. Yeah, these 3 slides. You can take a screenshot.
Ma'am, sorry, but my question is why it is necessary to know about this?
Why is it necessary to remain authentic to your personality? Whom am I speaking to? Who is this? Dinesh.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it's important because you need to remain authentic to your personality. If I'm a yang person and I'm dressing and I'm also behaving like a yin person, I'm not authentic to my personal style. I'm not true to myself. If I'm not authentic to my personal style, I'll feel trapped. I will not be comfortable to show up, to dress the way I want to. Because I have yang elements in my personality, I like wearing yang clothes. I naturally drift towards wearing certain yang elements. And honestly, I'm a balance of yin and yang. always have some yin elements and some yang elements. I never just have, if I would have been wearing a triangular shaped earring and a dark lipstick, that would have been so yang for me. It is not my personality. That's not my personal style. It would be so much yang for me and so much yang for you also to absorb.
Okay, ma'am. And is it a relationship between introvert and extrovert with this yin and yang?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Introvert and extrovert are emotional, their personality traits, and yin and yang are your physical personality traits as a person. So they're different. Introvert and extrovert are more to do with your emotions and your mindset and your thinking, versus yin and yang are your physical and your how do you want to feel as a person kind of a personality traits. Also, introvert and extrovert is more in the social context. And this is entirely personal context. Just you and yourself and your personal style. When you say I'm an introvert, you mean you're introvert with the people. That automatically attaches you. How are you with the people? And when I'm saying I'm a yang person, I'm a authoritative person, that's me as a person. Whether people are there or not there, this is how I am. Mazen, Kunal, we'll take some questions towards the end. Let's move ahead. Let us finish the session PPT and then we can take on the questions.
If any kind of app building is there, ma'am, for example, like is there? I mean, these kind of features would be the kind of a common kind of generation would be there, I guess, according to my understanding, at least.
I didn't get your question. I'm sorry.
At least if I'm going to build some kind of any kind of app related to the features that which you have said, based on the kind of the features of the yin and yang personalities, for example. I mean, these would be some kind of training features, for example. These would be forming a kind of standard for it, no, ma'am? So
there's no standard framework in image management. We have certain. If there is someone who needs to be muted. Who is this who needs to be muted?
Deepak Kumar, ma'am.
Deepak Kumar.
Yes, I've muted him. No, there is no app for this. I'm not sure if there are any apps that describe a yin or yang personality. Probably could go and read up about it. However, in image management, we have designated tools and ways to figure out your personality type and to figure out your personal style. If you're keen to understand your personal style, probably you could have a session with me and we can see what your personal style is. There is a logical, scientific, proper way to understand that. I will have an in-depth session with you and understand how are you as a person and what your personal style is. And that will make you identify your personality traits better, which you did not know exist within you. And how will you behave in those situations? Or also dress according to your personal style. We have specific designated tools. I'm not sure if there are apps on the internet. You could probably go and check up and look for that.
So, like generally, I mean, that kind of logo, I actually, we used to like wear in this kind of taekwondo while we are doing any kind of, I mean, at my early child, I mean, my taekwondo dress used to be the same. So with a kind of similar kind of logo. So
I didn't get you. Please come again. Please come again.
The same kind of similar kind of logo used to be there in the kind of taekwondo training. So it's a kind of martial art training.
Taekwondo training. That is different. This is a concept.
Yes, sir. So even they used to even teach me some kind of certain kind of principles according to our own dressing, according to situations at the time as well. So I mean, based on Kung Fu, it is a little bit different, and with a kind of taekwondo, it will be different, and ninja is, I mean, ninjutsu is a little bit of different again. So with those kind of common kind of traits, I mean, I have seen those things. So that's why I mean, so even depends upon our behavior as well. I mean, the training is used to be on their own behavior as well.
Yes. Yes, this is a concept of yin and yang to make you comprehensive about your personality, to make you aware about your personality type and your personal style. So that's why it's a concept of yin and yang. This yin and yang concept is popular in various other ways and other fields as well, industries as well. In image management, it is used in this way, in this format.
Ma'am, where we can just get the session recording?
Session recording. I think it's being recorded. Yes.
So where we can get this?
You could get in touch with your admin. They will help you with it.
Okay, thank you.
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, I think that I have a yin personality, but I asked my mother and she said that I have a really bad personality. What should I do right now?
Okay, we'll come to that later. Let's get the session started, else we will not be able to finish the agenda within the time limit. 7 powerful body language tips here. To boost your confidence, assume a power pose. Okay, we were discussing a power pose and we just ran into the yin and yang discussion. Let me tell you what is a power pose. Power pose is where you are just standing up tall with your full power, confidence and your proper body posture, or you're just doing this to yourself. Go in the bathroom when you're feeling low, when you're not feeling confident, go in the bathroom, go in the restroom, go anywhere, in any room and just say, yes, I can do it. I can do it. Raise your hands, raise your voice and just rise up. When you do this, when you rise up, you automatically rise your confidence up. You get that confidence. And that is called a power pose. And that will boost your confidence. It'll also improve your body language. You may be in a sloppy body language in this kind of pose, or this something like this, or like this, or like this. You may be sitting like this. All these are very submissive, unconfident body poses. So assume a power pose to boost your confidence. To increase participation, look like you're listening. And how do you look like you listen? You nod your head, you make an eye contact, you smile, you ask questions, you paraphrase what that person has said. That means you're participating in that conversation. And that means you're confident enough to participate in that conversation. To encourage collaboration, remove physical barriers. Don't let the phone come in between when you're talking. A lot of people have this phone and hum sun rahe. Don't do that. Remove physical barriers. Any kind of physical barrier, could be your laptop, your phone, book, anything. When you're speaking to someone, just look at that person and speak to that person. To show agreement, mirror expressions and postures. How do you mirror expression? That if that person is, for example, if it's a very serious conversation happening and you're smiling, that means you're not mirroring the expressions. You're not mirroring the emotion of that conversation. That person is serious, you also have to have a serious face expression. May not be threatening, but yes, a serious, composed expression on your face and a posture as well. To improve your speech, use your hands. Try and use your hands as much as you can. Hand gestures make you feel confident and they also have more impact. Now, hand does not mean you keep doing this. No. You use your hands in a nice way, like you either do this, which means I'm there, or you do this. This is an uplifting pose, this is a placator pose. You use your hands to improve your speech. And to learn the truth, watch people's feet. What happens is, top to bottom, we are able to camouflage our emotions. We can, आंखें भी धोखा दे सकती हैं, ज़बान भी धोखा दे सकती है, but your feet will give away. In an interview, if you're clenching your feet and sitting, you may not realize your feet is clenched and yet you're smiling. But if the interviewer will notice, a lot of interviews, they either don't have a table or they have a glass table, because at least the smart interviewers, they would know this. Because from the feet, you'll be able to understand whether that person is confident, nervous, or trying to put up a facade. What is it? So when you watch the people's feet, it might be shaking, it might be clenched. Even the footwear is not proper. That's how the person will be able to understand whether you're speaking the truth or not. And to improve your memory, uncross your arms and legs. When you cross your arms and legs, it means you're not accepting that information inside you. You're just listening from here and it's going away. For that information registered in your head, sit with open arms and open legs. Now, etiquette. What do you mean by etiquette? Etiquette is, I think some of us have had a session on etiquette as well. So good manners will open doors that the best education cannot. What is etiquette? Etiquette is 3 R's. It's respect, responsibility, and restraint, which means that you're respectful enough to take the responsibility of not crossing that boundary and restraining yourself to disrespect anyone. That is etiquette. You're responsible enough to restrain yourself to disrespect someone. You have that much respect and understanding of respect, and that is etiquette. These are the categories of etiquette: social etiquette, business etiquette, dining etiquette, and international etiquette. 7 etiquette tips for you. Be on time for meetings, face-to-face or virtual. Switch off your gadgets. Any kind of meeting, switch off your gadgets and be on time. For business meals, bring your manners. Express gratitude and use please and thank you. You may also add the word excuse me here. Names matter. What do you mean by names matter? When you address someone by their name, they instantly pay attention to you. They listen to you. They notice what are you saying. So which means when you use the name, you're paying attention to that person, you're giving respect to that person, and that's the right etiquette. Think of yourself. If someone says, can you please do it for me? Or versus someone saying, Priya, will you be able to help me in this? So I notice, oh my God, this person is, the sweetest sound to anyone's ears is their own name. And that's why names matter. And that's what's an important etiquette tip. Whenever you address someone, use their names. Dress appropriately to convey the right message. We have discussed this. Don't underestimate the power of a smile. A smiling face is a pleasant one and it catches attention. It gets that deserved attention and deserved impression. Remember, a business scenario is unisexual, or there is no ladies first kind of a thing in a business scenario. Both girls and boys, women and men get equal advantage. So you may not have to open the door for a woman. The woman is walking first, she will open the door and she will leave it open for the other people to leave. So in a business scenario, it is unisexual. Nobody is going to get an advantage because of gender. Behavior. Can you tell me how did the word habits come into place? What is the origination of the word habits? Habits come, yes.
So habit is it's a similar kind of action when you perform similar kind of action over a period of time.
The origin of the word habit is from the word habeas. It's a German word. I think it's a German word only, yes. Habeas means clothes. Again, we've come back to clothing. Habeas means clothing, and habits are the clothes of our behavior. Or behavior is the clothing of our habit. I would rather say that. However you behave, in whatever manner you behave, it is out of your habit. You behave in a certain way because you've been repeatedly doing a certain thing in a certain way, consciously or unconsciously, which has become our habit. And that's why we behave that way. Behavior is a factor of our attitudes and our habits. So be very mindful of the habits that you're building over. Some habits we build consciously and some habits we build unconsciously. And if the habits are not good, you must unlearn them. And also realize those wrong habits of yours. For example, you don't make an eye contact while you speak. You've never made an eye contact while you speak. And that has become your habit. And now it's a part of your behavior. You don't make an eye contact while speaking. You look around. You're distracted. That has become your behavior. It's reflecting in the way you communicate. And that's reflecting in your poor impression that you're creating. So it's important that you're conscious of the way you're behaving, because however you're behaving, eventually it becomes a habit and you get accustomed to behaving in that way. There's an interesting anecdote. Let's see. We have 60,000 thoughts per day. Do you know that we have 60,000 thoughts per day? And 95% are the same thoughts you've had yesterday and you've had day before, probably that you will have tomorrow. So 95% of 60,000 thoughts are the same thoughts that you've been having every day, day in and day out. And 80% of those 95% thoughts are negative. Most of them are self-talk. जो हम खुद को रोज बोलते हैं. We keep telling ourselves, पता नहीं कैसे होगा, मुझसे नहीं होगा, I will not be able to do it. I'm not sure. How will I be able to do it? You keep instilling yourself with those self-limiting beliefs and negative self-talk, which becomes a wrong habit and which starts reflecting in your behavior. And why do we have negative thoughts? Why are 80% thoughts negatives? Because we have a negativity bias. Naturally, we drift towards negativity and we leave positivity behind very conveniently. Let's see this. Do you know what's a Velcro and a Teflon? Velcro is something that sticks on, and Teflon is non-stick. So your negative thoughts are like Velcro. They stick onto your head. They will not get out of your head. And positive thoughts, positive words are like Teflon. They will slip away very easily. And that's why we have a negativity bias. Take, for example, compliments and criticism. You've done a presentation fabulously. You've done so well. You are proud of yourself. You get 10 compliments that day. And one criticism, someone came and said that I didn't get that slide very well. I think you could have presented in a better way. That's it. And what will you remember at the end of the day? Will you remember those 10 compliments or that one criticism?
One criticism.
It's human. You will only remember that one criticism. कि मैंने उसमें क्या गलत कर दिया. You will forget everything. You will forget all those 10 compliments. That how fabulously you will even forget how proud you were of yourself for a moment. All you will live is that one criticism. And that's how you start negatively talking to yourself. Our thoughts control our habitual behaviors. It's important our thoughts are not negative. 95% of all behaviors are habitual. Changing our behavior requires us to control what we think. We become what we think about. If you want to become successful, you will think that I want to become successful, and then you will start behaving in that way. However, if you doubt yourself, no, I can't do this, I can't be so successful, mujhse nahi ho payega, you start behaving that way. It is tough. It is not easy. It is tough to control your mind, to control your thoughts, but that's what you have to do eventually to become successful. I have about 13, 14 years of experience, and I'm saying this out of experience only. You eventually have to control your thoughts. I know we all have weak moments. We all have those moments when we feel like the world has come shattered down for us. It's important to collect yourself back and stand up and rise again. Self-image. What is self-image? You are what you are and where you are because of what's gone into your mind. And that's your self-image. What do you feed to yourself? You're feeding good things. So what if you eat healthy food, your body will remain healthy. If you eat junk food for a long time, your body will start giving you those signs. And that's the same thing with your mind as well. If you feed your mind with negative thoughts, with junk thoughts, junk will come out in various ways. And if you feed your mind with healthy thoughts, positive thoughts, it will reflect in the same way. Tell me which is the biggest pandemic. We have 4 options: Spanish flu, SARS, COVID-19, or poor self-image and self-esteem.
COVID-19.
COVID-19.
COVID-19 से भी बुरा है पूरा self-image and self-esteem. It is so widespread. COVID-19 में शायद एक घर छोड़ के एक हुआ था. एक घर में एक बंदे को हुआ था. Poor self-image and self-esteem is 4 out of 5 people have poor self-image and self-esteem. It is that wide a pandemic. Okay, I will share this video with you. Maybe you could just listen to it. I think we're running out of time. If there is time towards the end of the session, I will play this video for you. So self-image defines and limits your possibilities. It's a complex picture of who you are, what you're capable of, and what you deserve. So made out of whatever you have been told by others, your experiences, your childhood experiences and beliefs you've developed about yourself. You know, we've been told multiple things when we were young. छोटे होते हैं, बचपन में होते हैं, बचपन से हमें बहुत चीजें बोली जाती हैं. Our childhood experiences, our familial conditioning, all those things, all those experiences and exposures have made us believe certain things about ourselves. And that belief has become your self-image, whether poor or not poor, whether confident or not confident. The way you've been brought up and the way you've been conditioned, your environment has defined you and your self-image. You haven't defined it. Your environment has defined your beliefs and your ecosystem. So the possibilities are unlimited. The real limit is you and your self-imposed limits. You could reach to your peak performance if you are able to understand your limitations. Pehle to samjho, what are your limitations? Do you have limitations? What are those limitations? How can you break them? How can you shatter them? And how can you move forward? That is when you will be able to reach your peak performance. ऐसे ही नहीं पहुंच जाओगे. You'll have to work towards it. And there's a lot of internalization and thought process and mindset change that has to go about it. We are in a fixed mindset. Most of us live in a fixed mindset. We want to grow, but we will live in a fixed mindset. We don't have that growth mindset. I don't know if you follow me on LinkedIn or not, but I have been writing on growth mindset forever. I read a lot of stuff on self-image and growth mindset and things on being better and confident communication and all of these things. So it's you who has imposed all these doubts on yourself. And it's you who are not letting yourself grow, not anybody else. You cannot outperform your self-image. If you put a small value on yourself, the world will never raise the price. इसका मतलब क्या होता है? अगर तुम खुद को ही बोलोगे that I am not worth anything, I don't think I can do it, the world will never come and put a price tag on you. If you think you're a Sarojini market ka mal, nobody will come and put an LV ka tag on you. So you have to raise your own value. Okay, let me tell you how expensive you are. And let me tell you what is your worth. It's an interesting one. So if you put a price on yourself, be rest assured that the world will not raise it. Scientists have now calculated that if the electronic energy in the hydrogen atoms of your body would be utilized, you could supply all the electrical needs of a large, highly industrialized country for nearly a week. A DuPont scientist said that the atoms of your body contain a potential energy of more than 11 million kilowatt hours per pound. By this estimate, the average person is worth about $85 billion. 6 lakh crore. That's your worth. Scientifically, hai. I'm not saying it. It's science. It's science. That's your worth. So don't doubt yourself. My outcome here is that don't have self-doubts. Break your limiting beliefs. Know what is stopping you. Face your fears and break them. You're the only person on earth who can use your ability. It's an awesome responsibility. So make this conscious change. That's just the way I am what I decide to be. And 6 steps to attitude adjustment. Expect good to happen. You always get exactly what you expect subconsciously. That you know that phrase that if you really desire something, the universe will conspire to get that to you. So if you're expecting yourself to do wonderful in life, it will happen because you will start working towards it. Focus on what you want and not on what you don't want. Your mind can hold on only one thought at a time. So make sure it's a positive and constructive thought. Stop getting negative thoughts in your mind. Have positive self-talking and affirmations. It really helps. It really helps. Don't waste your time talking about your problems with people who cannot solve them. This is a typical one. कितनी बार करते हो आप? You keep discussing your problems. You vent them out. Do you get solutions? Or do you get full-fledged solutions? I must say, I would say. No. हमें direction भी नहीं मिलती है कि हमें क्या करना चाहिए. उल्टा we get more confused. अरे अब क्या करें?
Yes, ma'am.
एग्जाम के बाद निकलते हैं, एग्जाम से पहले you bang on to that person who's highly stressed with the exam. तुम्हारा stress को और बढ़ा देता है.
Yes, ma'am, very irritating.
It happens. Treat everyone as the most important person in the world. This is the kindest gesture that you can make, that treat everyone equally important. Always create an impression of increase. Like I said, growth चाहिए, लेकिन fixed mindset है, उससे growth नहीं आएगा. Incremental mindset होगा, growth mindset होगा, and that's how you will be able to have you'll be able to also give out that impression. Say those things, अरे होगा यार, we will do well in life. पैसे तो हम कमा ही लेंगे. Wealth तो हम create कर ही लेंगे. We will make a name for ourselves. I will be manager in 2 years, 3 years. I will show you. Have an impression of increase and then work towards it. नहीं हुआ तो कुछ नहीं होगा. It's okay. The world will not come collapsing down. कभी ना कभी तो होगा ही. But if you believe कि नहीं manager 5 साल में ही बनते हैं तो मैं भी 5 साल में ही बनूंगा, आप 5 साल में भी नहीं बनोगे फिर. And 7 confidence building tips. Stop comparing yourself to others. Everybody has their own life and they're living their life. It's not a race कि उसने पहले कर लिया मैंने बाद में कर लिया. उनकी अपनी लाइफ है, तुम्हारी अपनी लाइफ है. Keep your limiting beliefs at bay. Keep thinking of what you have achieved. Have a meaningful purpose. Keep developing knowledge and skills in the area of your purpose. It's important. We started the session by saying how soft skills are important. If you lack certain soft skills, develop them. Work towards getting them, but get them. And keep upskilling. Upskilling is really important. It keeps you relevant. अब इस layoff के time पे जब इतने जल्दी layoff होता है, people don't even think twice before laying you off. It's important that you become a multi-skilled person. Silence the critique within. Keep focusing on your strengths rather than your weaknesses. And how do you set your goals? Be sincere to your goals. Keep it specific, measurable, and time-bound. I want to get into so-and-so company in so-and-so time. And that is my specific goal. Have a meaningful purpose for achieving the goal. Ensure alignment with self-image. So what kind of persons achieve such goals? Think of that person who actually achieves this kind of goal and then start living that life. Chunk your goals in smaller goals. Do you write your goals? How many of you write your goals? Two people have raised their hand. 3, 4, 5, 10. All of you write your goals? Most of you write your goals.
Yes, ma'am.
I have about 15, 16 participants writing your goals.
At most monthly.
Monthly goals. Are your goals specific? Exactly, do you know what you have to achieve? Or are they vague?
Yes, I write it down.
Can you measure it?
Yes.
Does it change? Is it attainable? Your goal?
Yeah, most of it. Yes.
Okay, and is it realistic?
Yes.
And is it time bound?
Some of them are, some of them not.
How about the others? So you don't have to answer me right now. It's for you to think. Your goals have to be smart, that is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic or relevant, and time bound. And it's ideal to chunk your goals in smaller goals. Like this is my task. And by the end of the week, this is what I have to achieve. And by the end of the month, after 4 weeks, this is what I want. This is a short-term goal. Then your quarterly goal, your annual goal, write them down. And track your goals. Khali likhne se nahi hoga, keep tracking them. How much you have been able to achieve, how much you've not been able to achieve. That way you will know how realistic you are in setting your goals and how attainable they are. Are they unattainable because of lack of efforts or because you have been overboard or harsh on yourself? And tell others about your goals and make yourself accountable. This is the great trick. Bata do. You know, हम लोग hide करते हैं अपने goals को. We don't share it with others. कि नहीं, why will we share? ये हमारा goal है. But बता दो to someone whom you can trust. What happens is when you say that, you're automatically in your head accountable. अरे अब तो मुझे करना पड़ेगा types. So it's good that if you share your goals with someone whom you trust, and that probably could also do to the parents. That's a safe thing if that works for you. And reward yourself for small victories. That will keep you motivated. It will keep you going. Don't just be too harsh on yourself. You're not living. It's not a jail. हम jail में बंद नहीं है. We are living a life. To live your life and enjoy your life as well. So while you have goals and while you have things to accomplish in life, and there are a lot of things to achieve, yet have your moments of enjoyment and rewarding yourself. It's important. It'll keep you motivated. Now communication, very quickly on communication. I think we already passed, we're almost 6 now. So light travels faster than sound. This is why some people appear bright until you hear them speak. So questions and words can change your emotional state. So questions you ask others, questions you ask yourself, words that you use, and you have a conversational clout. So use assertive language rather than passive. Let your conversation method convey your core strength. And how do you be assertive? By not being too apologetic, by not being too aggressive, by not using the word sorry too often. If you want to leave early, you will not say, may I leave early today? You would just say, I have to leave at 5 p.m. today. I have something important to attend to. That's how you're assertive in your communication. And your communication can also convey your core strength. Whether you're a good listener, you're a good speaker, you're a good problem solver, your conversations will reflect that. Never let any meek, apologetic, or hesitant word come from you. That's how you let go of that assertiveness. Examples, I will have to ask someone about that. Just say instead, I will be glad to check with accounts and get back to you. When will that be ready? Will you please have it ready for me by Tuesday? You want to pick something up. You just say, can you please have it ready for me by Tuesday? And that's not being rude. It's just being assertive. Why being always in a requesting mode or a hesitant mode? Just be assertive and say what you want. Naam puchne ke liye you will say, may I ask your name? Why? Why are you seeking permission? Naam puchne ke liye bhi permission chahiye. Just say, what is your name? Now you would say, may I ask your name? Sounds friendly and sounds nice. It doesn't sound rude. What is your name also doesn't sound rude. It's still assertive. I will try to get back to you this week. बहुत बार बोला होगा आपने, हम try करेंगे. I will try to do it. Just say whether you can do it or not. And if you can't do it this week, just say I will do it next week. I will get back to you no later than next week. That gives you time, and you have given a confirmation to her, to the person, and also to yourself that you only have this much time to get back. And listening is an important communication asset. I'm saying asset because very few of us have it. Very few of us can actually listen to people. Listen has the word silent. If you just reshuffle the words of the alphabets of listen, it becomes silent. There's a certain silence that you need to have within yourself to be able to listen well. Your endeavor is to understand and then be understood. You want to understand the person who's speaking. So in summary, the most important skills are appearance, behavior, vocal and verbal communication. So appearance is your clothing, grooming, body language, etiquette. Behavior is attitudes, habits, self-image, empathy, confidence. Communication skills is listening, questioning, assertiveness. I've just given a glance of all these things. Each of these things is like one single topic on its own. We can delve into it deeply and see how can you actually practice it. We've just seen what of it. How and why of it can we, it's still yet to be decoded. So do you want to take charge of your future and impress your employers, land your dream career, grow in your business, move ahead in life, but your diploma is not enough. Your education is not enough. Your technical knowledge is not enough. And employers are overloaded with applicants. How will you stand out? Everyone has multiple choices in all walks of life of people to deal with. To just survive, you must stand out from the crowd. You're a Me Private Limited. Think of yourself as a brand, as a company. Regardless of age, position, and business you are in, we need to understand the significance of our personal branding. You are a brand. Brand yourself. ब्रांड में पैकेजिंग भी आता है, ब्रांड हमसे कैसे मार्केट करता है, बात करता है, वो भी आता है. How is the brand behaving? That also is there. All of it is there. Think of yourself as a personal brand. We are the CEOs of our own company. That's Me Private Limited. And these are all the services that are offered by image management professionals. All of it. So you just read through it. And now, if you have questions, we have about 5 minutes to take questions. We can take.
Could you please provide me your LinkedIn ID?
My LinkedIn handle. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I will do that. I'm just with the name Priya Dua.
Actually, just before her scene, but there are like multiple kind of people who are related to Power BI and
Okay. I will do that. Just give me a moment. I will do that. Let me just, my LinkedIn is open. I'll quickly get down. Yes. In the meantime, any more questions?
Definitely.
Yes. Aman? Aman Dubey? Do you have any questions? Mazin?
Yes, ma'am. My question is, how do you find out what color corresponds to your personality? Ma'am, as you said, you have a beige cluster and a black cluster. How do I find out what colors, suit on me and go well with my personality?
So that's again, we do a full color analysis. When you take a session, do a full color analysis to understand what color family you belong to. And that way you will be able to gauge what color family you are. Typically, Indians, so you can just look at the eye color. What your eye color is. Is it black, brown? Black means most of us have a brownish. Yes.
Brownish.
Yes, because it's brown, so you will belong to an orange color family, which means wearing warmer color shades, warm as in peach or red or any of the warm shades. The blues, all the blues and the grays are lighter color shades, which are the cool shades. And the warm shades are on the color wheel. It's the red, yellow, orange, all these are warm shades. So you need not wear orange, बोला तो मतलब ये नहीं कि bright orange पहन लो. उसमें भी shades आते हैं. You could wear a subtle orange, a subtle peach, or a subtle beige. Beige is also a warm color.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, blue is not good.
Sorry,
Blue is not good.
all colors are good. Okay, let me clear one doubt over here. I've sent my LinkedIn handle on the group. Okay, have you received it? It's
Yes, ma'am.
to everyone. Sent to everyone. I'm just sending it, resending it.
Yeah, I got it.
And my
Yeah,
Insta handle is also
Tagged in a picture. Okay.
this is my Insta handle.
Okay, you're from Natsimanji. Yeah, nice.
Ma'am, I have one question.
Yes, ma'am. I've sent connection request.
Okay, thank you. I will look at it.
Ma'am,
Hello,
I have
ma'am. Can I ask a
one.
question?
Yes, Madhuri, go ahead. Go ahead.
Ma'am, I wanted to know that could you suggest us some resources to further dwell into the topics that you have taught us? It would be very useful for us. For example, the one important thing that I learned was that how important it is to showcase your soft skills as well in an interview rather than just portraying your projects and or your technical skills. So on that, you could suggest some resources like that.
See, really, to be very honest, there are no ready resources or ready reckoners. But for your soft skills, if you want to just want to get a grasp of what soft skills are, maybe you could just do some freely available courses on Coursera or Udemy. Or you could also do personal sessions with a trainer, or you could just join some soft skills batches that are going ahead and work on your soft skills. But I would really recommend, when I was doing my training sessions on soft skills, there were so many young guys and young people like you who are still in college or just out of college and moving into corporate who are taking soft skills sessions and lessons, either from an institute or from someone who's a professional image management professional or a soft skills trainer. These sessions really help me. And it's not that ek baar pad liya aur ho gaya. Till date, I'm still, I still go back to my books. I keep on reading more books. Just read a lot more. When you read a lot more, you also gain more knowledge and listen to more conversations. How do you listen to more conversations? I recommend you going to YouTube channels. That is Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn is very good. LinkedIn mein, there's this person called Dan Ko. He's very good. So follow these people, go on to LinkedIn, go on to YouTube, follow these channels, listen to more conversations. The more you listen to public speakers speaking, you will see how their body language is, how is the way of communication, how are they dressing up, what kind of topics are they discussing about. These are the resources that can help you improve and work on your soft skills.
Thank you very much, ma'am. It was a wonderful session. We got to learn a lot from you. And you made an extra effort. You were sick, but still you took the session. That is really, really appreciated.
I'm so glad that you acknowledged that. I appreciate your comments. Thank you so much.
Yes,
How
ma'am.
about the others? Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Do you want to give me some feedback? How did you enjoy the session? What do you like? You didn't like? Anything?
Can I have a question?
Oh, yes, Samir, please.
Like you talked about goal settings and improving all the growth mindset, ma'am, but lots of time we have a personal and professional goals and they kind of overwhelm us. So do you have anything on that, how to not let those things overwhelm us? And sometimes they also make us unmotivated to achieve these goals.
That's true. And that is why we spoke about chunking your goals in smaller parts. We spoke about having a daily goal and a weekly routine and a monthly routine. And it's okay if you're not able to achieve your goal on that very day. It's completely okay. We're not, like I said, we're not running a race here. You may have set a time limit for yourself. Now think of it that what is the nature of that goal? Is that goal a life-changing goal for you? Or is that goal what kind of impact will it have? If you're expecting a bigger impact from that goal, naturally it will take more time. It might take more efforts from you, and things are not always the same. Every day is not the same. It can't be consistent, right? So your efforts, even while your efforts are consistent, the time and the environment is changing around you. So there are always things that are evolving and growing and moving, and you have to move along with them. So if the impact is huge, if the impact of that goal is going to have a major impact on your life, that means it's a big goal. That means it will take time. That means the environment is going to impact you as well, and your efforts as well. Always understand, we live in a world which has an external environment around us. We don't live in a cocoon. While we have an internal environment, we also have an environment that is there around us, which has an impact on everything we do. So maybe that day, it must have been a bad day. Something might have, taken your mind away. You're not just right there inside your goal. You haven't given 100% of your efforts. You can't remain consistent. Consistent doesn't mean having the same kind of energy every day. Consistent means to show up every day in whatever form and in whatever nature, in whatever volume you can. So don't let things not happening or things not going your way overwhelm you. Remember, you have an external environment around you. The impact is huge, so time could be more. Your estimate may have been, you have been closer to your estimate, but yet you need more time. That's okay. It's not a race.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, this is Shubham.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Shubham.
Ma'am, where we can get this video session recording or PPT for further revision?
The PPT will not be available. However, the recording will be there. I think you can get in touch with the admin. Admin will be able to give the recording to you.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, do you have any YouTube channel?
I don't have a YouTube channel, but I'm active on LinkedIn. I post, I think, every day on LinkedIn, and I also have an Instagram handle. I am posting videos there as well.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Pleasure.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello, ma'am.
Rahul. Yes, Rahul.
Yes, ma'am. Can you suggest me any book this type things or content?
Okay, what I'll do is I'll get back with some books, some self-help good books that you can refer to and you can read, which are must read, and that probably will help you and give you more clarity. I will email them. I will email them to your admin, and admin will share it with you. Any more questions? Can we call it a close? I just want all of you to come on camera once. I want to take a picture since we can't take a selfie. I want happy faces. And I hope you enjoyed the session. There were new learnings, some eye-openers, introspection. Did we have that? How was the session? You're on mute, Madhuri.
Wonderful session.
It was
Wonderful.
It was great, ma'am.
It's good.
Great session, ma'am.
Wonderful
It
session, ma'am.
didn't feel like
wonderful, ma'am.
it was 2 hours. Time just flew by.
Amazing session, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. I hope you take away these learnings and start thinking and applying whatever you can, wherever you can. If you get stuck, I'm reachable. I've given you my credentials, my contact. Okay, let's take a picture. Thumbs up. Okay, there are 4 pages. Somewhere. So good to see everyone. Pretty much everyone. Okay, so I'm calling it a close. Thank you so much for your time. It was wonderful interacting with each one of you. Please remember, the big takeaway is that don't take your success for granted. Sweat the small stuff, focus on the small things that I've spoken about, and there is nothing that will stop you from being successful in whatever you want to achieve in life, whatever you want to do. There is nothing that can stop you. It's only you who can take you forward or take you behind or wherever you want to. Set your goals.
Thank you so
don't
much,
get
ma'am.
overwhelmed. Reward yourself, and all the best.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye bye.
अरुण तिवारी. अरे क्या हुआ अरुण तिवारी आज क्लास में? ए रोहित. राहुल.